So long and good night. So long and good night. Is basically what we're saying to Evan Fournier, Cam Reddish, and Derrick Rose. Which is a bit of sadness for at least like two of the three. I don't know how Knicks fans are when it comes to Fournier. For me personally, not a big Fournier fan. But D Rose, Cam Reddish, benched, out of the rotation. Before that, Fournier was out of the rotation. Tibbs doing his thing, man. Whether or not that's good, we'll get into it. Whether or not that's bad, we'll get into that. The news broke, I would say about a day ago. The Knicks and Cam Reddish are working together on a trade. If you go on certain websites, they're saying that they're trying to sweeten a package for Evan Fournier by adding Cam Reddish. And if you guys look at a previous episode that I did, is Cam Reddish Fool's Gold? That was when, of course, he was a Knick, and, he was kind of balling a little bit, But now it comes out that that's what's going on. So these guys are out of the rotation, and if you notice, Deuce has been getting some time. Jericho's also been getting a little bit of time, but for the most part, it's kind of Mitch and Hartenstein that are kind of coming in. And if you think about it, two centers like that, not bad to have in today's NBA. Solid performers. Hartenstein can shoot. D Rose, Cam Reddish benched, which is a little bit of a shame and a little confusing for me given the history between Tibbs and D Rose. But I guess he's thinking more from a lineup perspective. And I've noticed that D Rose's 3-point shot has kind of suffered a little bit as well. When I watch him shoot, I'm like, oof, he doesn't have that kind of oomph that I think he once had, which is a bit of a shame because you can use him as a locker room type leader or something like that, because he's not really known as like a leader across the league. He's just known as a hard worker, dedicated, and making sure he's working on his craft, which really helped Obi, and it greatly helped IQ. I think having a guy like D Rose for Emmanuel Quickly, amazing, which is why I'm slightly hesitant when it comes to trading for him. I think he's a solid player. Him and Obi can kind of be like those two dudes off the bench that can kind of come in and eventually, contribute. But the Knicks seem to be making a sacrifice to the basketball gods, trying to get rid of Fournier, trying to get rid of Cam, and what it looks like they're looking to see if they can find a suitor for Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose, quality veteran to have. Cam, you're selling on potential, and you're selling on his flashes. But the real question is, how much time does Tom Thibodeau have? Given what's going on, given the team, given how they kind of, I wouldn't want to say failed, but maybe they fumbled the Donovan Mitchell trade, which you can see in another episode that I put up. The Knicks took a step back when not dealing for Donovan Mitchell. So now you have this team. This average to slightly above average to slightly below average, and definitely one 20-point per game scorer. The emergence of Quentin Grimes in some senses. You have RJ, who's been solid overall, but that 3-point shot is getting a little wonky, brother. And you have Brunson. You signed Brunson. I think that was the whole thing with DeJounte Murray. I don't know if they really put in effort for DeJounte because they had a good feeling about Brunson and they wanted to bring Brunson in, which comes with the whole tampering that the Mavericks were talking about. So how set were they on Brunson that they completely avoided a almost triple-double machine in DeJounte Murray? So we'll see what happens. We'll see what they're trying to get. The thing is, you could have spent the offseason and potentially make some moves there. But they didn't pull the trigger on certain things. And now here we are, kind of hovering anywhere between that like 6 to 11 seed right now in a very, very stacked NBA East. To the basketball gods, the Knicks, put upon your altar Derrick Rose, Cam Reddish, Evan Fournier, and potentially Emmanuel Quickly. Will that appease the basketball gods? We'll find out. Peace.